What's going on, American truckers? Hope all of you are doing great and staying safe and staying out of trouble. Welcome to Trucking with Old Snapper, and this is the voice of Old Snapper. And we're going to do a little bit of running around with this drone here up here in Washington, see if we can catch some people backing in. That way y'all can view a little bit of backing practice from above, and I think Swift comes in here. This is pre-recorded, I'm voiceovering it. But I think a Swift flatbed pops up in here somewhere when I kind of follow him around. So I never, if one of you watching is one of the ones I'm following around, I'm not stalking you, I promise. I do notice, though, there's a bobtail sitting there, and right below where this drone is, there's actual bobtail parking. But nope, the bobtail's holding up the whole entire plot. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. I like to call around. I check different companies sometimes. I do it for video purposes. I do it even for some of my own, to kind of keep ideas in the back of my mind, because you never know what's going to happen at any point in time. You may have to make a change. You never know. But one of the companies I was checking into was Knight Transportation. I don't know nothing about Knight. Ain't never worked there. And as far as I know, don't know anybody who has. But I do know they train. I got 5 years as a trainer, and I know there's a lot of drivers out here that have training experience, and they may have interest in it. But I gotta say, man, as far as recruiting goes, thumbs down. All the way across the board, thumbs down, and I'm gonna tell you why. I felt like I was talking to a used car salesman. I felt like I don't think they get many experienced drivers that call them, because this guy had zero experience with dealing with an experienced driver. Knight, if you're listening, when an experienced driver calls you, first find out if he's experienced or not. If he is, find out what his problems are at his current carrier, and then how you're going to solve them. That's how you do that. But no, he was nothing like that at all. Nothing like that at all. Very rush. Didn't have any answers. Asked him about insurance. What's the insurance cost for a family on the family plan? No answers. What's the requirements to be a trainer? No answers. How would a person know they could train? They qualified. Do y'all qualify a person to train before they come? No answers. He basically gave me hey, you got to fill out an application. And literally he told me this. Well, you got to be working here, and, to find out that kind of stuff. Oh, wow. Are you serious? So you're giving, I call that the Nancy Pelosi answer, because y'all remember when they were trying to pass that bill, and Nancy Pelosi said, well, you got to sign it. We got to pass it in order to find out what's in it. There is, I don't know of any experienced drivers. I know I wouldn't. I'm not going to leave and go to work somewhere to find out what your company is like. I've got all them questions. Man, I've been driving for 13 years. I got all them questions already. You can tell me, and I can tell you whether I'm going to like it there or not, if you're telling me the truth. And as far as, I understand that a person's got to work for a company for 60 days or 30 days or 90 days. I know when I went to Celadon, it was 30 days. And you got to get allocated to that company, and that company wants to kind of watch how you work before they'll let you be a trainer, right? If you're experienced. Not for a new driver. New drivers got to wait longer than that. But if you're an experienced driver. But they generally can tell you, hey, yeah, you qualify to be a trainer as long as after you start working here, you don't have any accidents, you don't get any tickets in whatever the time frame is. He couldn't even answer that question. And he really should have been able to answer that question. Because Knight is a training company. They pay a lot less than other companies do. A lot less. Like literally, I think it was on a sliding scale from 52 to 54 cents or something like that. 50 to 54 cents. I don't remember. It was in the low 50s. And that was for my deal. And I'm like, look, that's a 19 cent per mile pay cut, or 15 cent per mile pay cut on the high end, 16 cents. The only way an experienced driver is going to come to your company is if they can train. So you would really need a process to tell that driver whether they would qualify or not with their current record. Right? Because otherwise, no driver's going to take a chance and come there just to find out whether they can or can't. You know what I'm saying? Because the only way they're going to make the money at that low of a pay scale is if they train. The damn sure ain't coming over there to run solo at no 52 cents or whatever it is. Ain't nobody in their right mind going over there to do that. But I was trying to get those answers from them. Very unsuccessfully. Finally, just hung up. I realized I was not going to get the answers I needed for a video or myself. That this gentleman had zero answers. His answer was, fill out an application. And he literally kept trying to, I could tell he was filling out the application. He's talking to me, right? And I'm not wanting to apply. I'm just calling with questions. Had no plans on applying at all. Called with questions. And how long you been driving? Any accidents or tickets in the last 5 years? And I can tell I can hear him in the background. And I'm like, this dude is filling out the application for me. You know what I'm saying? He's literally filling this thing out. It was, I got to give them a thumbs down. They may work for a new driver, because a new driver, totally different mindset. I don't remember exactly what my mindset was whenever I called around before I got my CDL, but I know my mindset was a lot different than an experienced driver. So maybe that is Knight's focus. It's just on new drivers, because I can tell you now, I wouldn't think anybody with experience would be going there with the way that their recruiter approached me on the phone. It was very mega carrier-ish. It was very, you're just a number type of conversation. It was very much a meet in the seat, and I don't have any answers for you. Just fill out an application and come to work here, and then you'll get all the answers. That rushing them through, that works with a new driver, because a new driver is going to take whatever they can get. They're trying to get their foot in the door. But an experienced driver, especially one with 2 brain cells, is going to have a bunch of questions when he calls you. He's going to want a bunch of answers. So I'd have to say, for experienced drivers thinking about applying at Night, thumbs down. I wouldn't do it, but I'm not going to tell y'all what to do or not do. If y'all do it, that's y'all's choice. But definitely hope you get a different recruiter than the guy I spoke to. Well, that's all I got for y'all today. Y'all take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble, keep trucking.